I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think... What a submission maneuver! You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, did they get the tag? Yes!
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can...
Looks like a tag to me.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
There's the reversal, Cole. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, SmackDown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
And that's one of the few things we completely agree on, Park. The tag is made. When you talk about a man who's done it all in this business, you don't have to look any further than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is definitely a legend. He's been in this business for a very long time, and I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU! He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by...
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole.
Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. These superstars are... This could be 3 right here.
1, 2. He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off? 1.
Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's just because his opponents really let him psych him out. You can't back down from a dude like Batista.
I don't think that's the case at all, Taz. And I think at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista doesn't intimidate you, you'd better have your head examined. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. Watch it. He reversed it. Smart move right there. Slamming his opponent's head into that barrier like that.
I don't know if it's smart or just plain vicious, Taz, but there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to take its toll.
Oh, mama! Oh, my God, I've played one of those before. Let me tell you, not fun.
My head hurts just thinking about it, Taz. I can't even imagine how painful that must be.
You know what, this scene, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me, I'd put a little bit more energy into proving my in-ring skills.
Seen as the WWE champion, Taz, how much more improvement do you really need?
I know the guy's on top. I understand that. He's WWE champion. I understand that. Sometimes it's easier to become champion than stay champion. superstars on the up and up. That's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules. And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Wow, now that one's not the rule book. But you know what they say, it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that?
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matches. I don't know what's more uncomfortable, watching this or experiencing it.
I think maybe experiencing it. Come on, Cole, wake up. Oh, man, here we go with the old top rope between the legs trick.
And this has got to be one of the most painful situations any superstar can find himself in. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Deadman, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long. And the Deadman's been there for a very, very long time.
That might be true, Taz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
Couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic, but you can't seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on the Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world doing what they do best.
Hey, slow down, girl pants. I went into this expecting a good match. I'm just saying, it's even better than I thought it would be.
I know.
Here's the pin.
Looks like he's taking his opponent for a ride.
Oh, God. What a huge Batista bomb. That ain't a ride you want to take twice. He can get the pin right here.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
4. Michaels is getting up there, Cole. You know what? If he sticks around too much longer, the HBK is going to stand for has-been kid.
I don't think Shawn Michaels is ever going to be a has-been, Taz. He looks as good today as he ever did. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
That was a textbook reversal. Look at the fans, Cole. They know what he's up to.
Oh, my God! What a Batista bomb! He may get the 3 count right here.
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job. I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The F.U. Man, get a load of that power. Nice quick counter. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. 2, 3.
Here are your winners, John Cena, and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are? I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. But I don't think... Oh, man. Don't tell me he's about to do what I think he's about to do.
Tombstone Pound Driver. My God, what an impact.
Oh, man. That's going to change the tone.
He went straight for the pin. Look, eyes on him.
What a counter.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR.
What a submission hold. Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long. Uh-oh. Talk about a hold you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far? Yeah. Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do. And there it is. The FU. What an impact. Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in his career. But the Heartbreak Kid's got more heart. Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
Excellent counter. What ring presence.
He countered that one perfectly. Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one. This is a classic matchup, King.
Oh, man, I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't. It appears he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Oh, man, the pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure. Here's the pin. Could this be it?
And it's been reversed. This could be a pinfall. He was a split second away from a 3 count. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these super... Oh, boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid look.
He's going in for the kill.
There it is, the pedigree.
His opponent has what it takes to kick out. That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King, and even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their mind.
That was so close to 3, he could taste it. The Undertaker's been in WWE for 13 years now, JR. And I think
he's feeding his opponent a meal of knuckle sandwiches without the JR's barbecue.
And that's something I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole.
There's the reversal. This match has the potential to be an instant classic. But I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave him an IQ test, and the results came.
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
This is going beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody will be picking up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does.
We could have a pinfall here, JR.
He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be. Not the FU.
Looks like like he's trying for a pin here.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy.
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it?
His opponent telegraphed that one.
There aren't many superstars as
Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off. The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh, my gosh, JR. You can't go on without tapping after this. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact. What a reversal.
I've been looking forward to this match. He isn't fooling around here, JR.
Not with that pedigree he isn't. God, what a debilitating maneuver. He may get the 3 count here.
Here's your winner, Triple H.
It's a sold-out crowd tonight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Michael Cole and Taz here, and what a show we've got for you tonight.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it's always great to be back in Philly, no doubt about that, Cole. You know, I got a little bit of history in this town, you know what I'm saying?
The city of brotherly love might have been the hometown of ECW, but I think the SmackDown superstars are going to redefine extreme here tonight.
And there's the counter, Cole. He slipped out of that one. Watch watch it. He reversed.
What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this,
He's going for the pin. That reversal might stop his opponent's hold.
you almost got the 3 right there, Cole. He dodged that bullet. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Oh my, the submission hold is locked in.
And this ain't easy to get out of either, Cole. Oh, man, this is just about...
He's going for the throat. We've seen this before.
Here he goes. Choke slam from hell. You can't ever imagine the kind of pain that inflicts.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Come on. That had to be 3.
It's been said before, but that doesn't make it any less true. Kane is pure evil to the core. This monster doesn't care about anyone or anything.
And you say that like it's a bad thing.
No, but there's more to being a WWE superstar than brutalizing your opponents. I don't think Kane knows that. Or if he does, he doesn't care.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Man, there's a portal. Like, he's 3 seconds away from a win.
Is that it? No, only a 2 count.
No, Cole, I'd ask you, he has the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar make the kind of impact that Umaga has ever since coming to the WWE.
Oh, he's made some waves for sure. And when you're this large, it's not hard to do.
6'4" and 350 pounds. He truly lives up to his nickname, the Samoan Bulldozer.
Yeah, and if you get in his way, it don't matter how tough you are. You love him will flatten you like nothing.
Look at this. He's lifting his opponent by the throat.
He's got this guy way up there, Cole. What goes up must come down.
He could pin his opponent right here.
Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost 3.
I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to the brutal tactics he uses against his opponents. He's already the world's strongest man. What's he got left to prove?
Well, I guess like most women, you're squeamish. Every time Mark Henry gets in the ring with someone,
I think we know what he's going for here, Taz.
no doubt. And there it is, world's strongest slam. These WWE fans...
And there's the pin.
I'll tell you, all the WWE... Uh-oh, here it comes.
The Samoan spike. And that move can crush your windpipe and leave you completely incapacitated. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Thousands of paying customers can't be wrong.
What's he up to now?
Oh, man, world's strongest slam. That was vicious. That was a textbook reversal.
Rey Mysterio never fails to impress me, Taz. It seems like every time I see him in the ring, he finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
No, watch out, young lady. Here it comes.
The world's strongest slam. Talk about power.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
Uh-oh. Goozle.
Oh, my God. What a choke slam. All the way from hell. gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world. Like every chick you've been with there, Michael, this ain't gonna be pretty.
Oh my God, the world's strongest slam.
Here's your winner and the new United States champion, Mark Henry.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins?
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. One mistake and we're going to see that fire go out pronto.
He anticipated that move perfectly.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
Well, I'll tell you this much. There ain't no doubt in my mind that Mark Henry really is.
He's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better than being put through a table, but not by much.
Saw that one coming.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you can cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring.
Watch out, young lady! Here it comes!
The world's strongest slam. Talk about power.
Guerrero's a great superstar, and there's no doubt about it.
He's using that ring rope in ways that it was never intended to be used.
No such thing, Cole. Smart superstars know that the ring is a weapon, and this is great strategy right here.
And that is just about the last place you want a ring rope.
Just about? I'll tell you what, if you can think of a worse one, I'd love to hear it. Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
My God, look at the power on display here.
That'll take the fight out of anyone right there.
I don't think there's a superstar in the hip.
Like every chick you've been with there, Michael, this ain't gonna be pretty.
Oh my God, the world's strongest slam. What a reversal. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessary. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can watch this.
An incredible display of power. This could be the beginning of the end right here.
There's the reversal, Cole. He sees his chance, Cole. He's going for it.
He sure is, partner. There it is, the lasso from El Paso. Nice reversal. Look at the fire in the eyes of the great Khali. He's here to make an impact.
Well, it's not hard to make an impact around here when you're a 7-foot monster. I'll tell you what right now, I love watching Mark Henry get it done in the ring. There ain't another guy in that locker room who can pick apart an opponent like Mark Henry.
You say that like it's a good thing, Taz. Personally, I wish Henry would focus more on winning matches and less on ending careers. These fans just can't get enough of Latino heat. Eddie Guerrero's got them in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, I don't know why. He lies, he cheats, he steals. The fans hate it when most superstars pull that. What's so different about Eddie?
How about a love for the business, Taz? How about a commitment to putting on the best show possible for his fans? Eddie has never forgotten that they're the reason he's here, and he never takes them for granted. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. You know what? This scene, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me...
My God, how is a human body supposed to withstand that kind of impact?
Well, if you keep getting hit like that, you don't. Plain and simple. Man, you talk about superstars and we got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a podcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then you could be the king and...
What's he up to now?
Oh, man! World's strongest slam! That was vicious! Watch it! He reversed it! This great Khali is a straight-up monster. I feel sorry for anyone who's got to get rid of him.
So do I. You get the feeling Khali isn't here just to win matches. He wants to end careers.
Giving your opponent a little taste of his own medicine.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done. I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Chaz. We're seeing some... Did you see that? He just drove...
Here's your winner and the new United States Champion, Eddie Guerrero.
objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss-up in my life, King.
I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. But I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
I can't believe he countered that one.
What a reversal.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Look, he countered that and made it look easy.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later. His opponent telegraphed that one.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the RKO! Look out, he's setting up his opponent. When I look at what Shelton Benjamin has become, it turns my center stomach like burnt oil. I can't believe a bright young kid with this potential has let his success go straight to his head like this.
I think you're just jealous, JR. Why can't you give Shelton the credit he deserves?
I give him all the credit in the world, King, except for that team title. He's practically spent more time with the Intercontinental title than he has without it. But it seems like the more successful he gets, the more of an ass he becomes.
Well, I think that if Shelton had to choose between all of his success and making you happy, I'm pretty sure I know which way he's going.
And it's been reversed.
What a counter! There's the reversal. Oh my gosh, JR, he's going for it.
The RKO! The RKO! I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
He's so close to that contract, he can taste it.
He could take that briefcase and the match right here. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh no, this is classic old school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around about your social security number was one.
I think that whoever loses this fight is going to take a heck of a fall, JR.
Neither combatant can afford to lose this fight and fall to the mat. A textbook reversal there.
Randy Orton's one of the most dangerous superstars in the WWE, JR. Ric Flair and Triple H taught him everything he knows.
They may have taught Orton everything he knows, King, but I don't think they taught him everything they know. Orton may think he's got nothing left to learn, but he can find out the hard way here tonight that that's just not the case. You're not going to get him with that one. Boy, what a match. Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
These two are fighting for their lives on that ladder. It's going to be a long way down for one of these two superstars.
This has turned into a real slobber knocker, 15 feet in the air. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
This could be it. We could have our winner right here.
He isn't fooling around here, JR.
Not with that pedigree, he isn't. God, what a debilitating maneuver. There's not an ounce of quit in either superstar, but only one will remain on the ladder.
Only one of them's going to stay on that ladder, JR. Who's it going to be? Whoever loses this fight might just lose the match too, JR.
My God, look at the intensity of these superstars battling 15 feet above the ring. The briefcase is within reach. This match is within seconds of being over.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting...
Both superstars are beating the hell out of each other on that ladder. Both superstars are fighting to stay on the ladder.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't even know if Umaga understands the whole concept of winning a match. I think he just hits his opponent until they don't get up anymore.
And I don't care how tough you are, after going a few rounds with the Samoan bulldozer, not getting up must start to seem like a pretty good idea.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission. seeing, King? Looks like turnabout is fair play.
I'm so glad Chris Benoit isn't the World Heavyweight Champion anymore, JR. I couldn't stand it when Raw...
Back and forth. These two are going to trade blows until someone falls. Look at the intensity of these two superstars trying to stay on the ladder.
They're really going after each other, JR. They know there's not enough room for both of them up there.
These superstars are going to put each other...
Oh my gosh! He's almost got the briefcase! Oh boy! These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight. Oh man! You might as well call the match right now, JR.
My God! What uncanny power! And after that move, King, you might be right. Oh, come on, King. Angle's an Olympic gold medalist. That he's a multiple-time WWE champion, and he's done... Oh, boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No! It can't end like this! Come on, do something quick!
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow! A fist fight 15 feet in the air! This isn't going to be pretty. They're beating the heck out of each other, JR. Someone's going to take a tumble. It's a long way down for whoever loses this fight, JR.
What a battle. Neither superstar can afford to be knocked off the ladder. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their mind.
Watch out! He reversed it! I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat. There he goes! He's out of the match!
There's the reversal! I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest. And as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
I can't believe he countered that one. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, Ken. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
You hit the nail right on the head there. Look at this, JR. Here it comes.
The Celtic Cross. And that might well be the beginning of the end of this one. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
What a counter!
you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, give them some warning. Try to get the hell out of here before you...
Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination.
A textbook reversal there.
Wow. He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
He's a slippery devil.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here. He's going for it, JR.
What a spear! And we ain't talking Brittany. That'll put your lights out permanently.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that.
He saw that one coming.
He countered that and made it look easy. His opponent is helpless, and he's taking full advantage.
Wow, that's one of the biggest chest slaps I've ever seen. Or heard. He's able to dominate his opponent like this, JR. He's getting this guy's hand on.
A blow to the chest like that one can knock all the wind right out of a superstar.
You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is. But I think he's overrated. It takes more than black lights and some dry ice to him. That's it. He's out of the ring. And that means he's out of the match, too.
King, I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight why they call him WWE.
Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments to his credit. I think he's got every right to be proud.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
Well, you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. That's one fewer. The momentum is all with that man now.
And here he goes with the world's strongest slam.
Oh, no. What's he going to do here?
Oh, my gosh. What a spear. I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR.
I'd love to see you or anyone else try to kick Regal out of this country, King. He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be. Not the FU.
All of this body weight is forcing his opponent's throat down onto the unforgiving steel cable of the ring rope.
He's choking the fight right out of his opponent. This one could be over in a hurry.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about this?
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
You better tell the cameraman not to go for any close-ups on Chris Benoit, JR. We don't want people's TV screens cracked.
I don't think Benoit ever won any beauty contest. That's probably because he was too busy putting his body on the line year after year to rise to the very top of this business.
Looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere. Excellent counter. What ring presence?
Wow! Listen to these fit.
A reversal. Can he capitalize? Oh no! He's got his opponent's leg. You know what that means?
The figure four! He's got the figure four locked in, JR! You gotta respect the up and over and out. Eliminated.
You're not going to get him with that one.
Oh no! Double
big with that super kick.
He reversed it.
You ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
That's beating their pants.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, Michael, for hold my ass. That's cheap, plain and simple. And it's been reversed.
You can look at any... Oh, my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match!
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed. He's got his opponent by the throat. This could be it.
Yes! The showstopper! Can you even imagine being slammed from that high in the air, JR?
I tell you, King, sometimes
I don't believe it! He's been eliminated! He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
he just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion.
Well, just because a bunch of...
Good evening to our fans from Vancouver, British Columbia. Michael Cole and Taz at ringside, and what a show we've got for you tonight. Hey, partner?
Hey, Cole, it's pretty funny. He said, hey. You know, like the Canadians, they always go, hey. You know, hey.
What can I say, Taz? The enthusiasm of these Vancouver fans is contagious. I can't remember the last time I saw the crowd this pumped up for SmackDown action.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that would change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's engaged. Oh my, there's the submission hold. He's in the driver's seat now.
No doubt, Cole. If your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're going to see that fire go out pronto. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it. It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar.
He's 3 seconds away from a win.
Is that it? No, only a 2 count.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to see that everyone wins? So look at this, Cole. He's going for it.
And there it is, the pedigree!
There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about
He can get the pin right here.
Here are your winners, Triple H.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted. Just, oh, for the love of, open your eyes, Fred. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off.
I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave him an IQ test, and the results came. Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
That went nowhere. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? Did you ever think you'd be watching?
He's taking every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place.
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance.
Uh-oh. It looks like he's looking to wrap this one up.
My God, what a powerbomb! He might have broken his opponent in half.
It looks like he's helping his opponent do a little family planning. There's the pin.
Is that? No. only two. The spirit may be willing, but the flesh is weak. I don't think any human being can keep this up for long. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their mind.
You sure can't, JR. He saw that one coming.
He countered that and made it look easy.
Let's hope not, JR.
Oh, no! Everybody in this arena knows what's coming next. I bet I can help you out there, King. He's arrogant. He's selfish and self-centered. He'll sacrifice anyone and anything to get what he wants. He's completely untrustworthy.
Whoa. Hold on there, JR. I know you and the game have some personal history.
What a submission move! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't.
Here comes his finishing maneuver, and like the man, this is going to be ugly.
Not half as ugly as the guy performing it, JR. Was that 3? No? Come on. Oh, it's like he read his opponent's mind.
My God, a choke slam all the way from hell.
We could have a pinfall here, JR.
Oh, come on, King. Angle's an Olympic gold medalist. That he's a multiple-time WWE champion, and he's done just about everything there is to do in this business. He'd be successful no matter where he can be.
Yeah, but do you think it's just a coincidence that he keeps moving to less competitive brands? I think Angle's running scared.
Oh, come on. Angle's never run from a damn fight in his life, and you know it. I've never seen a challenge set in front of him that he couldn't overcome.
Well, you might be seeing one here tonight, JR. It looks like Angle's got his work cut out for him.
Boy, JBL sure is a piece of work. He's got every advantage in the world. I think he's going for it, King. This could be it.
Oh, no! Crippler cross face! If you can't break that hold, it can break your neck!
He may get the 3 count here.
gotta say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. Sounds like this crowd, he's been chomping at the bit, and now he's getting his chance to enter the match.
As big and strong and mean as Mark Henry is, I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake. Look at the size of the Great Khali, JR. Where do you find someone like that?
The Great Khali's from India, King, but I wouldn't expect to find another human being like him walking the face of this earth.
Let's hope not, JR. One of these guys is already too much. I'll tell you, JR, between his love of food and his love of the ladies, I'm surprised Viscera gets much wrestling done.
Big Vis is a man of strong appetite, you know what I mean. And I think his strongest appetite is for... Is it time? Yes, we've got another superstar joining the match.
His opponent telegraphed, all's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. What a disgusting, despicable... He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to...
Ouch! Now there's a move that'll take the fight right out of you, JR.
Well, it's certainly not... And there he goes! The submission is locked in!
Oh my gosh! He might make his opponent tap right here! Oh boy! This is getting nasty, JR.
That's for sure, King. These superstars...
Here he comes, JR! He can't wait to get involved in this one! He just stole his opponent's finishing move! Talk about adding insult to injury, JR. Talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? Here we go! Another superstar is entering the match.
You've got to give Big Show some credit, JR. He might be slow and clumsy, but at least he's not very bright.
Oh, you're a scream king. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. And would you look at the size and the speed of Umaga? I've never seen a superstar that big move so quickly.
No kidding. He really is a Samoan bulldozer. Oh, man. That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere.
Oh, no. What's he up to?
It's the Viscera drop. Now, that will be as flat as a pancake for sure. I think this crowd has decided to exercise.
Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
There's the pin. He's really cranking up the pressure on that hole, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good?
Oh, no. We know what this is.
The Samoan Spike. That can crush your windpipe, JR. It's like he read his opponent's mind.
I swear, every time I see Mark Henry, he just looks bigger and bigger. He's the world's biggest longhorn.
You're not kidding, JR. If I was his opponent, I wouldn't care if I won or not. Just surviving the match would be enough for me.
Well, as intimidating as the world's strongest man might be, I don't think that's an attitude you'll find in a WWE locker room game.
If that's true, then some of these superstars need to learn the difference between bravery and stupidity. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we'd like to hear. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest? He's got his opponent by the throat. This could be it.
Yes! The showstopper! Can you even imagine being slammed from that high in the air, JR?
He went straight for the pin. No flies on him.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. I don't believe it. We might see a superstar get beat for their own finishing move here. And here's the pin. The word monster gets thrown around a little too freely in this business, but it's an apt description for the great Khali. 7'3", 420 pounds.
Yeah, and how great would it be to have someone the size of the great Khali on Raw, JR?
No thanks. I don't think he's climbing up there for the view.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
This has been a hotly anticipated contest, and as far as I'm concerned, it's living up to the hype.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it, that's for sure.
And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters.
Mr. calls himself the world's largest love machine, but I find it hard to believe that the ladies would go for someone like him.
I know how you feel, King. I've often thought the same thing about you.
What are you talking about, JR? I'm royalty. Viscera's just a big freak. Pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
I know Snitsky's not the most popular guy on the roster, but you've got to admit that watching a one-man wrecking crew in action is pretty exciting, JR.
I don't think that
He's looking for a big move here.
And he got it! The world's strongest slam! No matter how many times I see him, I never get over the size of the Big Show. 7 feet tall, 500.
Here's the cover, JR. He saw that one coming. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling.
I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much, but I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is a dominant brand is working. He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes from the price of admission.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments to his credit. I think he's got every right to be proud.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Pride goes before a fall. And from the looks of things, John Cena's got a heck of a fall ahead of him.
His opponent is helpless, and he's laying in those close-fist punches all the way from Idaho.
And when you're trapped like that, the best you can do is hope your opponent's fists get tired quick. Oh boy, this won't do you any favors.
It certainly doesn't, King. A flurry of unanswered blows raining down upon this defenseless superstar.
Uh-oh. Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy.
Listen to the crowd.
A reversal. Can he capitalize? No! No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been... Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple. You're not going to get him with that one.
Look at the fans, JR! They know what's coming next!
They sure do, and there it is, the FU. What an impact!
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way. There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there.
There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
Listen, can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament?
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match would be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh, no. This is classic old-school wrestling at its finest. He's eating his opponent a meal of knuckle sandwiches without the JR's barbecue.
And that's something you lose your appetite for pretty quickly.
I think this crowd...
Oh, man, that's not where you want to be when your opponent's all fired up like this.
It certainly is the King, and there doesn't seem to be an end to these closed fist blows.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh, my gosh, JR. You can't go up without tapping out to this. You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. He's going in for the kill.
There it is! The pedigree!
Oh, boy. These fans have got something. We could have a pinfall here, JR. All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something.
I would argue with you.
He may get the 3 count here.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. And frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss-up in my life, King, which is more than I can say for some people. I call them like I see them, and I'm flattered that the WWE fans agree with me as often as they do.
I don't know how much more of this I can stand to listen to, JR. You know what the difference between you and I-95 is? You can turn off I-95.
Oh, no. That last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely.
This is great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression?
I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your enthusiasm for this kind of brutality. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
You can't question the heart of any WWE superstar. But there comes a point where you're just not able to physically continue.
Uh-oh. That ring apron is a dangerous place to be when you're in bad shape.
Good Lord! What a knife-edge chop! You can hear it echoing off the walls of this arena.
I'd be surprised if this didn't end soon, JR. I don't think there's enough left in the tank.
He's going up. This could backfire. Boy, this John Cena, it appears he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Oh, man! The pedigree's the way to do it, that's for sure.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
Looks like they've slowed the match down a little. I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in. Oh my God! That's his opponent's finisher. He just stole it. Boy,
Wow, he isn't fooling around here, JR.
not with that pedigree he isn't. God, what a debilitating maneuver.
He's going for the cover, JR.
Here's your winner,